about 6:15 a.m. and we are leaving the RV park and going to find a place to work for the day. For the time being, we've parked ourselves outside of Ace and Thriftway, which is like a food store, and just gonna log into work and get a head start on the day. It's about 9:15 now. We're still out at the same spot, but now we're gonna get some breakfast going. Keeping it simple today with just some coffee and oatmeal. Macy's getting the coffee ready, and in that big old bin we got like 1,000 bags of protein oatmeal. All right, the water's basically boiling, so we're gonna turn the heat off. So filling up our oatmeal packets, and we'll make our coffee. You in on yours. Can you start mixing those?
Mm-hmm.
We'll put the remainder in the Stanley for the coffee. Give it a nice stir. We'll wait 4 minutes. I have breakfast in the car. The coffee's ready, so we're pouring that. And we're about to watch some Yellowstone. It is 10:35 p.m. We have finished breakfast, and now we are headed to the public library nearby. There's not really any coffee shops here where you can sit down inside, so this is basically our best bet. But it's just a few minutes up the road, and we'll get to hopefully find a table and hang out there for a little bit to wrap up the workday. If you're curious what this town looks like, it's just a real tiny country type town and not really much of anything to it other than that it's near Olympic.
There's the rest stop.
Oh, nice. Glad we didn't stay there. Forks Library.
We've made it to Olympic National Park, and it's beautiful, and we're stuck in a long line.
We're getting Yosemite flashbacks to sitting in that line for hours.
Not sure if this is just construction or if this is I think it's construction related, but regardless, who knows when we're gonna actually get to this place.
So we just saw a sign that says expect delays of up to 2 hours, and we're still 6 miles from the actual visitor center, not moving at all. So we're dipping out. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to go see the things that we already know that we want to see, and we'll just come back to the visitor center in the Hoh Rainforest tomorrow. You know, it'll be Saturday. You can get here early, hopefully avoid all the lines and stuff, and we're used to waking up early, so maybe we'll just send it before the sun comes up or shortly after. But we're going to go check out some other things that don't require a 2-hour wait. So we got to the beach, put some pants on because it's windy and cold. I don't even know what beach we're at. 1 second. We're at Kalaloch Beach. I'm gonna say that's how you say it. And we just parked. We're gonna eat some lunch. It's 2:23 p.m. And what is it that we see here? Here in a minute, we're gonna go see the Tree of Life, which is like a totally uprooted, huge tree, which would be cool to see. And then we'll probably also go see Ruby Beach at some point and kind of just do the whole beach tour this afternoon. We also decided to layer up by putting on some more jackets because it's windy and it's really cold. But now we're going to start on breakfast, on lunch. We're back at it again with the same little roll-ups that we had last night. They were just so dang good. So we're going to eat a couple of these for lunch, and then we're going to get to exploring. We're also finally busting open these jalapeno kettle chips. Macy's so excited.
Oh.
They're so good. Everybody's about to have a huge bonfire. We are beginning our short walk out to the Tree of Life. So here's the Tree of Life. It's cool because it's like totally uprooted, but you can tell it's had better days. Looks like it's starting to fall apart, but still really cool. This is supposed to be a big tourist attraction for this area. We are getting gas here, but first we're gonna check out the ranger station, see if we can't learn a little bit. Out here getting gas. Not the cheapest, but we're desperate. We're down to 40 miles and just not a good idea to keep going without getting gas. There's not that many gas stations out here near the coast, so we thought we'd fill up here.
It's coming so fast.
So we just entered back into the park, we got gas, and now we're headed to the big cedar tree, which is at or almost basically 1,000 years old. So that's crazy. Super old tree. And then we're going to go up to Ruby Beach, which is supposed to be like the prettiest beach on this part of the coastline. And then we might even have time to go farther north to I forget the name of the beach, but the one with the hole in the wall. So that could be cool. This thing is big. It's also like falling apart. Wow. Kind of wild. Then here's what the other side of it looks like. Kind of the same idea, but this thing just looks so unique. The bark is weirdly shaped. There's actually a little hole through it right here. Interesting. We can now say that we've seen a 1,000-year-old red cedar tree.
This is so awesome.
Pretty awesome. We are pulling up to Ruby Beach. We'll do some exploring here. Oh, look at that sock. There is endless driftwood out here. It's really wild. Little stream coming through here, so we're gonna have to walk over all these logs. Whoa! Whoa! Here comes Macy across the logs. The basic concentration. I don't know, man. I slipped like halfway through and then I just sent it. We're just over at that rock formation. And now we have found another really cool one. What'd you find?
I'm a rock climber.
Oh, this is a rock climber. Over here is another big hole in the rock though, which is fun. Just out here hanging. Water's starting to get kind of close every now and then. All right, we're going back over this. Macy, you lead the way. These things sure are slick. This chick making me laugh. I can't even freaking focus, bro. Oh. All right, we made it. Success. One last view of Ruby Beach before we head out. The tide's starting to get higher and higher. Really beautiful out here, but hoping to see another thing or two before we call it a night. So we might stay back there tonight. It's about 5:30 p.m. and now that we know that there's some good campsites out here, we're gonna drive another like 10-ish miles over to the Hoh Rainforest and check it out this evening. So we drove for like 5 minutes and then decided we actually just want to have a chill evening. So we're going to head to the campground, set up and just have a real nice evening, cook a good dinner, maybe watch some Yellowstone, maybe have a fire. Just a good old night camping in the woods, baby. The other campground's right behind us and it's all by itself, but there's supposed to be some good camping right down this road, which is certainly a little bit more bumpy looking and rugged, but we're going to send it and see if we can't find something cool. Hear the cooler bouncing. This place is overgrown. We go down to the right. All right, so here's Mila. Everything's fine, but there's a little spot right here, which honestly isn't even like anything crazy, but this tree's falling down. We definitely can't fit through that. And then here's the next potential spot. You can't really tell, but it is like super bumpy, a little muddy, and definitely requires some clearance. So I don't know if I necessarily want to do this. I don't know if yeah, it looks like there's a big old tree in the way. I'm gonna walk it and just check. It's absolutely beautiful down here, and I think this would be a really good spot to camp, but we have this big hill and a really tight and rugged drive out to it. So I'm gonna go see what Macy's thinking, but we might just go back to the simple campground and enjoy our night there. This view is just so good. I think we're gonna have to send it. I personally have never done anything this technical. I know that my 4Runner can do it, but me and Macy are inexperienced. So this might be a good little learning curve for us. We'll see.
All right, his first obstacle is gonna be this rock. So he's gonna try and go around it, but right here is a big dent almost. And so he's gonna try and go around. It's right by your front tire now. Your front tire is past it now. Look at Mila go.
Okay, so we made it down here. I'll show you the view here in a second, but we do have a slight casualty. We're hoping it just pops back in. We have a little bit of a bumper popped out, but it looks like we can just line it back up and pop it back in, hopefully. If not, then we'll be running all the way back to Texas with a little bit of a beat up bumper. But here's Mila and here's the view. Running water, mountains in the background, beautiful trees.
Awesome.
Not a bad campsite, if I say so myself.
There's an eagle that just flew past us and it's gone.
Might be as good as she gets.
Hey, it looks pretty good from where we started.
Not bad. We lost a little bit of the plastic on the trim, but kind of popped in.
Yeah, look at that.
Sticks out a little. There's Mila way back there in all her SR5 glory, just hanging out. This little pool right here and this light stream coming into it and flowing out just looks so fishable. This is a little rough, but still beautiful. Earlier we saw an eagle flying over. So it'd be cool to see one swoop in and catch a fish or something. Me and Macy just pulled this big old piece of driftwood over here, and I'm just kind of chopping at it, getting some pieces off. Not sure how flammable this is. Stuff feels pretty damp, so it might be flammable once we get a fire hot enough, but if not, Macy's gathering some twigs. I think there's some leftover wood in some of these pits out here. So we've gathered a bunch of random just twigs and stuff, and we found some charred wood that was already in there, so I'm gonna see if we can't get a flame going. Put together a ghetto little teepee with some, hopefully some flammable little kindling and some fat wood, and then we've got a bunch of random cardboard that we got. And we're tearing it up, and we're just gonna make this thing light, nice and easy. I smothered this thing in cardboard, and now we got a little bit of a flame, so should be cooking with gas here soon. Not sure if this will work or not, but we threw a bunch of that driftwood on top. Still a little damp and doesn't look the best, but I'm sure eventually it'll light and dissolve. It is time for some dinner, and tonight we are making some quesadillas. We were at Costco the other day. We saw some Tillamook cheese, and earlier in this trip we actually went to the Tillamook factory, and so we were inspired to buy this ginormous pack of cheese. I think it's something crazy like 42 slices. And it's Colby Jack and Monterey Jack, and so we're going to try to make some quesadillas out of it. We might add some turkey in there just for a little bit of added protein, but I can't remember the last time I made a quesadilla, and it's certainly not anything special, but thankfully they're pretty easy to make. You know, just some tortilla and some cheese is really all you need. So let's get it cooking. So here's our massive pack of cheese. We got some turkey in there, and I think we might actually add some Miracle Whip for added flavor. Put a little bit of oil down just to help this tortilla stick on there. All right, gas is going. Macy put a little bit of Miracle Whip on this. We're kind of using this like it's butter, and we're just gonna set that down. And we'll put some cheese. So just put down 2 slices of Colby Jack and 2 slices of Pepper Jack, and then we have 2 slices of turkey on top. I'm trying to flip this thing. I might have built it a little too wide. But there we go. Look at that. How do you mess this up? That's edible. In a sense, this is kind of like a grilled cheese, just with tortilla instead, or kind of like a panini. So, just gonna run with it. Call it whatever you like. We're gonna call it a quesadilla. All right, that's getting nice and crispy. This one's just about done, and then we'll make Macy's. Okay, first one's done. Yes. Ooh, listen to that. That sounds nice. Get some cheese going. Colby Jack's down. Now time for some Pepper Jack. All right, now time for some turkey. Nice. We'll flip the top over. Well, turkey's hanging out a little bit, but it'll eat fine. Give this quesadilla a little flipperooski. Oh, wow, that one's crispy. Let's check the other side. Good to go. Mind plating me? All right, Macy's quesadilla is done as well. While we're gone, the fire burned down a little bit, so we'll just toss some more of this wood on and get the aesthetic back up to par. Like we always say, dinner of champs with a beautiful view.
Oh, wow.
This is so dang good. With a nice fire too. And now we have a camp buddy. Probably can't see him back there, but a guy just drove down, so we'll see how that goes. Those quesadillas were incredible.
So good.
So good. But now we have to clean up. So we never show this part, but we use a bunch of paper towels, some water sometimes, and these food safe wipes, which check them out. They're actually nice. I don't know how well they actually clean stuff, but they're food safe.
So far, we're like 20 something days in, and
yeah,
the rest have gotten sick. And we
haven't gotten sick, and we use them every day, and everything looks cleanish. You know, there's no like leftover food or grime or anything. So they work great. So we're gonna do that. And we'll probably eat a little bit of dessert and then watch some TV. It's now time for some dessert. I've not had these before, but they're from Dollar Tree, so they're going to be a really good deal or a total bust. I'll let you know here soon. Maisie's trying the red, I'm trying the green. Let's see it.
This literally tastes like
Sour Punch straws?
the red Sour Punch straw. It's identical.
Same texture, different flavor. It's good. Why chop the wood when you can put the entire thing on top of a fire? We'll say this is totally safe, sand everywhere, and nothing within this huge vicinity is flammable at all. So we're just enjoying a nice smoky, massive logged fire. Can you lift up that other side? I think it's because of the whole contraption.
There's no air.
There she goes. Put this pole up. Whoa! That's our unzip. Nice. All right, ladder's the only thing left. So we have the tent set up, the ladder set up. Only thing left to do is get ready for bed, and once we get up there, probably enjoy some TV and just a nice chill night before the sun goes down. Our Sonic Airs are still dead. For whatever reason, the charging hasn't been working, so just going manual style. In the background is the sound of the water. Sounds really nice, and will be perfect white noise as we head to sleep.